All Orlando, all the time, as we like to say. That's our official tagline of Explore Orlando. But here in the Explore Orlando podcast, we talk about everything Orlando, believe it or not. I know, crazy. But oftentimes a lot of theme park related content. And but we also talk about local things, attractions, must do. And in the future, we plan to help you book your vacations. So that is coming up sooner rather than later.
It's right around the corner.
Exactly. However, today we're going to jump back into some Epic Universe conversation. We are officially less than 5 months away, which is crazy. It's coming up quickly, and we have just a new theme park on the horizon. We've talked so much about this. We've seen updates. We've seen construction updates. Anybody who's been tracking this for years and years now, ever since they announced it, has gotten excited about this, and it's just crazy to me that it's getting so close.
I know, it's right here, man. I can't believe it either. What'd you say, five months out? 4?
Yeah, less than 5 months officially.
Wow.
So we are getting close. It's really amazing. I'm stoked. I mean, there's going to be a lot to talk about, obviously, as we get closer, but
yeah,
man, it's crazy. And really, we just had our first official landmark, which is really what we're going to be talking about in today's episode. And that's the Stella Nova Hotel, the resort. It actually officially, as of recording this episode, opened today for guests, which is crazy. That's one of 3 resorts that will be opening for Epic Universe, like actually on property over there. Of course, there's going to be the Terra Luna, which is like a sister resort of Stella Nova, just like Endless Summer, Dockside, and Surfside.
Gotcha.
And then there's, of course, Grand Helios, which is the main giant epic signature hotel that will have its own entrance into Epic Universe, the rooftop bar we've talked about in every episode, basically.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. And I'm glad in there we just threw it in again. We're always plugging the rooftop bar there.
Yeah.
No, I want to jump in and say, I saw the videos of people going in there for the first time. We want to, hopefully in the future, we can be a part of a media list for one of the theme parks. But certainly we saw media preview last week. And then today, to your point, people actually checking in for the first time. The crowd of people who'll be working there and supporting, making this hotel come to life, clapping. I saw some people dressed up in like space gear. I thought that was pretty cool. But it looked like an awesome grand opening.
Yeah, we should have recorded this episode in those space outfits.
That would have been good. See, as this gets better, we've got to really play, even to the point. I think one time you wore a Jurassic Park shirt on one of these. Yeah. So we need to get the merch. That's my fault. Although I did look this weekend to try to get that going for us. But yes, definitely need to come in here with my Back to the Future shirt or something. It needs to be more. Yeah.
I know. At least I'm finally wearing a hat.
Yeah.
The last few episodes, I didn't have my hat on, and I felt it didn't feel right. It felt wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think the viewers liked it either.
Yeah.
They were just like, nope, not watching this. No hat, no view. Yeah. All right. But Stella Nova officially, as of January 21st, 2025, which is today's date of recording this, not posting this, is officially open to the public. For at least to start, you do need to stay there for a 4-night minimum.
Yeah.
And Stella Nova will have 750 rooms. It's a value resort. It's a part technically of their category prime value.
Okay.
So Universal Orlando Resort is technically split up into 3 different categories when it comes to their resorts. Did you know this?
I did actually know this. Well, I knew 2 at least, because you got preferred as well, right?
So that's the thing. They've even changed the names, Brian. It's all different now.
Yeah.
So you got Signature, which includes Portofino Bay, Royal Pacific, Hard Rock, Sapphire Falls, and then Grand Helios. And then you have Prime Value, which is Aventura, Stella Nova, and Terra Luna. And then lastly, Value Inn and Family Suites, which is the lowest tier. That has Cabana Bay, Endless Summer Surfside, and Dockside.
Gotcha.
So those are your 3 separate tiers. And, of course, here with Stella Nova, this is going to go into the middle tier. But on top of the tiers, there's 3 different signature hotels that will have included the Express Pass if you book there. And that's Portofino Bay, Royal Pacific, and Hard Rock for now.
Yeah. And what was that called again? What's the tier?
That's signature.
Signature, okay.
So Sapphire Falls is technically signature, but you actually don't get Express Pass included if you book there.
Right. Better rates, though.
Better rates. Better rates, for sure. And then Grand Helios, you don't either, but they haven't really announced anything to do with like Express Passes and those resorts at all. So,
Had we touched on that before?
no, not
What
really.
do you think they'll introduce? Well, they might not have any Express, right, from the start.
I have no idea. The only thing they have recently announced with Epic Universe is that there will be early park admission, just like there are at the other 2 parks. And there will be limited attractions that will be open for early park admission. And that includes the Super Nintendo World rides as well as the dueling coasters.
Okay.
So those would be the rides. Kind of like when you go to Islands for early park admission, Hagrid's is open early. Forbidden Journey, Velocicoaster, but a bunch of the Seuss Landing rides aren't. The Hulk isn't. Jurassic Park River Adventure isn't. Like, there's certain rides that are open for early access and certain that aren't. So at least we learned that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're learning things every
Yep.
week. To be honest.
That's a fun part about it, though, isn't it? I think that's what makes it so exciting is like, especially for theme park junkies like us, that really like we're looking for what are you going to offer? It's almost like you're refreshing the feed or your news feed to see if they've released anything new. It's fun to see what's to come, you know?
Exactly. I think that's the fun part about being a theme park fan, just the same way as it is if you're a movie fan or if you're a sports fan.
Yeah.
You're constantly tracking updates. You're constantly seeing what's the latest news.
Yeah.
I have updates for ESPN for my favorite sports teams for the same reason.
Yeah.
And it's definitely fun to track, and Epic Universe has been a blast to track. I just can't wait for it to actually open. But a few more details about Stella Nova now that Stella Nova is officially open. Obviously, Stella Nova opened months prior to Epic Universe actually opening. I think part of that was to kind of ease into operations, making sure things are running smoothly before the actual park opens. Getting more and more guests acquainted and used to the resort, maybe getting more reviews out, getting people aware of what it's like there. But beyond Stella Nova, it will have its sister resort, which is called Terra Luna. Essentially, it's going to be exactly the same from its layout. And both Terra Luna and Stella Nova have 750 rooms, and all of the rooms are essentially 2 queen beds, sleep up to 4.
Okay.
So there's no like special king size bedrooms. There's no suites. This is just very basic. 750 rooms, 750 rooms.
Yeah.
There you go. Sleeps
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. Interesting.
Efficient.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, it is, right? Yeah. I could see why that would make sense, right? It's, like you said, more efficient, less complex, straightforward. You know exactly what you're going to get. And actually, that would even for what we're the next, I guess, chapter we're going into with Explore Orlando. That's even more convenient from a booking standpoint too.
Absolutely.
You just tell people straight off, like, you know, there is no other option. This is what you'll get there. So from a booking standpoint, it makes sense too.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's great that this is a option for guests who want to go to Epic Universe, but maybe don't want to spend the money on Grand Helios, which is going to be much more expensive. And it is a signature, resort. So
Yeah.
this allows for more families who want a more cost-effective way to be able to visit Universal and Epic Universe. So I'm super happy that both of these resorts are going to exist. And beyond that, Terra Luna opens on March 25th. So again, still at least 2 months prior to actually Epic Universe opening. And that'll open essentially very similar. It'll have different color palettes, more earth tones from what I was reading, but mostly the same. The only difference is Terra Luna will actually have a full vegan menu restaurant.
Wow. Huh.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
honestly.
super cool.
Yeah, but so beyond all that information, which I'm starting to sound like NPR for theme parks here. What are your thoughts on these two resorts opening? Obviously, Stella Nova is already open, but Terra Luna opening. The last little perk I wanted to mention to you, Brian, which I think you're going to appreciate, is that Stella Nova actually has a walking path to Epic Universe.
Oh, nice.
So Terra Luna actually doesn't. But Terra Luna, you can just walk right over to, Stella Luna and use that walking path, obviously.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, again, you know me. That's probably my favorite part about going like Sapphire or actually Aventura, Cabana Bay. You can still walk from any of those hotels.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that as well. Hopefully, it'll be interesting. I want to go over there. I want to try to make it Friday just so you can see it with your own eyes. But again, that walk from the the hotels now are aligned to the water. So your actual walk is really nice as well.
Yep.
So it'd be interesting to see, it could just be a path, with trees, but it'd be cool if they put like some sort of water or lakes around. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm just glad there is going to be that walking path because for those of you who don't know, Stella Luna and Terra Luna, they're not like on top of the park the way that Grand Helios is. Grand Helios is literally in the theme park, basically, and it has its own separate entrance into the park. We're talking about an actual theme park hotel. It's very rare.
Yeah.
There's very few of these that exist, where Stella Luna and, Terra Luna, it's similar to the Contemporary or the Grand Floridian to Magic Kingdom. Having these walking paths is still spectacular. I mean, that's one of the perks. One of the reasons why you stay at certain resorts is its proximity.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Same thing for Epcot and Beach Club or Epcot and Boardwalk. You have these resorts where it's just easier for you to get to the parks, and that's a huge reason why you pay that extra money.
For sure. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how far the walk is. I mean, again, I have looked on the satellite imagery, but I don't really know half a mile, quarter mile. Just be interesting to see how close they actually are, how far those walking paths are.
And that's a good point, honestly, because if it's 20 minutes or 10 minutes or 30 minutes, I mean, this is going to make a difference on whether people decide, okay, yeah, that is worth booking there.
Yeah.
Or, maybe it's more worth it to spend the extra $200-$300 a month and stay at Grand Helios. But the fact that there's an actual resort that Universal is going to be booking for as low as $150 a night. And yes, I'm aware it's technically a value resort. It's not supposed to be this grand, spectacular signature event. However, the fact that they're offering for $150 a night on many times of the year, a resort that you can actually walk to Epic Universe, I think is incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, for families out there and friends and anybody who's like stoked about Epic Universe, it just gives everybody an opportunity to go.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting too. I was thinking when you said they're opening these hotels earlier. Again, I can't help myself but think of logistics from when we talk about these things. But even getting people from the hotel to the current park. Because there's going to be people staying there, obviously can't get into Epic Universe yet.
Yep.
It's going to be a good trial to see like how these buses are going to get over there. I know they're doing some infrastructure changes to really make that, as easy as possible. But I would imagine that's probably part of their strategy too, is how can we make sure we're getting people there, in a reasonable amount of time, and it not be confusing.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right about that. So, again, with the resort actually opening on the 21st, alongside that, the buses for the first time started taking guests to and from City Walk to Stella Luna, or Stella Nova, rather. Definitely going to mix that up 1,000 times.
Of course.
But regardless, it's great to see that those buses are starting to be operational, and I'm very curious to see what kind of information comes out on, okay, so this bus ride takes, 15 minutes or 20 minutes, or, this is a little bit more tricky than these. And there's going to be plenty of media members and families that are like, have a stopwatch and timing how long the bus trips take and how smooth all these operational things are. The one thing I'll just tell people is like, please do not expect perfection right away. Okay,
Right.
this is a brand new resort. This is brand new procedures. You got a lot of people who've been involved with training and things, but at the same time, this is a brand new theme park resort, and you have to kind of get the kinks out first, which I think they are.
Yeah, that might be a cool video for us to do.
Yeah.
We might
It's
be
true.
the first to be able to think of that idea. Again, not the most entertaining video, but definitely a resource, an informative piece to see, if you're at City Walk and then jump on the bus over, see how long it takes. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, maybe that gets recorded and posted here sooner rather than later. That's actually something, every once in a while I come up with a good idea.
Yeah,
It usually takes like every 6 months.
I
but-
know. And sometimes it feels like mine. And,
I know.
and then no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, whatever. It was definitely mine.
You can
No.
have that one.
But regardless, obviously, if you didn't know, with every Universal resort stay, you get some perks. And I wanted to mention something about that because, for those of you who are looking into booking Stella Nova, who might have found this video, you might be wondering what's included. Obviously, you got that walking path, but at, Stella Nova, you also there's Cosmos Cafe and Market and Galaxy Bar and Galaxy Grill. These are quick service options, 2 different bar locations, 2 different dining locations. They are more quick service. It's not like they have these prime, sit down dining locations. However, Grand Helios will have that, and there will be sit down dining locations at Epic Universe, of course.
Nice.
But,
Yeah, I saw too. From a lot of the photos and content I've seen, the pool there looks awesome. Again, they know Universal, at least in my opinion, they do a really good job at that, making sure the pool is a good environment, fun. Obviously, people come here during the summers. They want to make sure that's something that's important to the guests. But the pool looked pretty big too. I mean,
yeah.
compared to the other ones, I think Summerside, theirs is pretty large as well. But at least from the photos, it looked like it was a pretty big pool. So it should be able to accommodate a lot of people.
Absolutely. It's got plenty of space. I mean, you got a pool, hot tub, gym, things of that nature. And then, of course, other things that are included, you do get access to perks like early park admission. Of course, we've talked about resort transportation, the ability to do like room key charging, things of that nature. So
Nice.
it's exciting, and it's the first real, genuine milestone, I guess, of Epic Universe having these phased openings. The next one, of course, as we talked about, is going to be Terra Luna, opening on March 25th. And then beyond that, then we get real close to actual media previews and team member previews and annual pass previews and all sorts of information for the actual park. And that's going to be super fun to learn about and track, and all that information we will certainly have. For those of you who don't know, by the way, Grand Helios is not having like an earlier opening. It's opening the same day that the Epic Universe opens.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
So that's going to be kind of interesting too. It's going to be, you have all these people actually going to Epic Universe, and then all these people who are checking into this brand new hotel and checking out the hotel for the first day.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be, one of the craziest and busiest sites ever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just praying for everybody involved that they don't get trampled or.
For real. Yeah. And again, like it does seem like there's going to be a lot of people there, but that is actually something that we could do, because I think we were talking about earlier today. We don't have access on the first day or those media previews yet. Again, if you're watching Universal, please, we would love to be on that
We're
list.
great guys, I swear.
We would love to showcase, the new park and everything new that Universal has to offer. But my point being is we could still go to the hotel, unless you have to have a reservation, which might be the case. But if not, that'd be cool to go there the day it opens and still kind of walk around the hotel at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Go check out the rooftop bar and like we always do, we plug that in every episode. No, but you got dining options. You can see spectacular views of the theme park. Just go check it all out. I completely agree. It's going to be really amazing to see how this all comes together. We're just getting closer and closer now to all these major dates. And I, for one, can't wait to check it all out. I mean, there's going to be so much to see, and it's almost going to be overwhelming, and it's going to be impossible to cover it all. So just so you know, we will. It'll just take time. So be aware of that. Definitely continue to follow along with Explore Orlando. Get excited because we're going to have so many new videos, live streams, podcasts, all sorts of things. YouTube vlogs are coming, by the way, as well. And of course, we already chatted about the ability to help book your vacations, which we're super excited about. There's just a lot of exciting things coming down the horizon here with Explore Orlando. And if you've come along and checked us out, we definitely appreciate it because we are really just getting started. And with Epic Universe on the horizon, it's only going to get busier, for sure.
Yep. No, I look forward to all this. And that's what's been so fun about this, too. And again, thank you. I want to emphasize that everybody that is watching, especially with your live streams and really getting a part of this community. It's been fun, really starting this from nothing. It's been extremely demanding. Again, even, we're just two guys. We don't have a big funding or anything of that nature. We're really trying to bootstrap this to make it come to life. So it's been really fun, and just excited for all the new stuff that we're going to offer. And again, keep taking this to the next level.
For sure. And frankly, please do subscribe if you're new here and you want to check out more of our YouTube content. We'll have ride POVs on the YouTube channel. We'll, of course, have these video podcasts. And then, again, we're going to have vlogs and YouTube shorts that get posted every single day. And over on our other socials, we're very active. As Brian was just talking about, we do have these TikTok live streams that I try to do multiple times a week at this point, at least 2 times a week. And Explore Orlando is just about to hit that 10,000 follower milestone on TikTok, which we are super excited about. It might not seem like, that big of a deal, but for us it is because we really started from zero. That's completely organic. We didn't put any paid funding into growing that. It was just a lot of, elbow grease, as they say.
And cheers to you for that, man. You've been crushing it. I mean, putting out multiple videos a day, live streaming multiple times a week. Again, if you're watching this, clearly you can see the dedication and how much we love this. So really props to you for growing that channel.
I appreciate it. And like you said, it's fun. You know, we love to do this, and that's what makes it all easier. And hopefully we'll be recording podcast episodes where we're celebrating 50,000 followers and 100,000 followers and, 1 million someday.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait to get to that point too. And even giving some context, I think it's important because we wanted to have this podcast and be as transparent as possible. The more that we're able to do that, the more, I'll be able to join in. And again, I have a background in vlogging, so I would love to be at the parks, multiple times a week, bringing, taking our content to an even higher point. But at the moment, I'm only able to do the pods for now. So I know Jared is essentially the face of what we're doing here, and it will always be. But I hope to poke my head in a little bit more in the future too. So I'm excited for that.
Look, I'm sure the people are going to love it. They're probably already tired of me. Every live stream, I try to tell people that sometimes in the live streams, they're like, hey, turn around the camera, show your face. I'm like, okay, but I don't look like Brad Pitt. I got to warn you. So
I've seen people in the comments, they say celebrities say oh, you look like so-and-so. I never looked it up, but I do think it's funny.
Nobody that good looking.
Yeah.
No, in all seriousness, thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode. This was another fun one. We chatted about the newest Universal Orlando resort that is officially open. That's Stella Nova. And of course, as we get closer to Epic Universe opening, we will have much more information and podcast episodes to come. We're really trying to pump out these podcast episodes as much as possible.
Yeah.
But if you're new here, welcome. Of course, we cover all of Orlando all the time. That's our tagline. Mm-hmm. But Explore Orlando is more than that. We plan to help you book your vacation. You can visit our website. You can find some of our merchandise. We do YouTube videos. We do ride POV videos. We do TikTok live streams, eventually YouTube live streams. We try to do everything. So definitely come check us out. If you're new here, we appreciate all the follows and subscriptions and comments. It all helps. We're just trying to grow and create a positive environment for this community. That's all this is about, really.
Yep.
We love this, and we want more people to love it too and get help, exploring Orlando. That's all.
Absolutely. And last thing I would just feed off of that too is, again, where we're trying to go with this and come along with our journey. Eventually, we would like to be able to have people on board, especially if you're in the Central Florida area, you're watching this, you love theme parks as well. If you're an agent outside of this area that is passionate about, booking these awesome vacations and memories for other families, we're going to need help with this in the future. And again, we're not there yet, but we very much intend to be, and helping book hopefully thousands of vacations in the future.
Absolutely. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next episode of the Explore Orlando podcast.
Yeah.